Okay, so the materials came in better than expected from China. What I mean by that is they did properly have all the CETL registration and stamp. They also have these pieces up top here that make this a lot easier to stack. So that means we can stack 4 of these high pretty quick, and they've already threaded the bolt holes on the edges, and they also included with that these plates. So they have these plates and the bolts so that we can basically bolt up the 4 edges together here, and you get the idea. Put this 4 high by 8 wide, 32 panels in total, and then we can start to run the electrical. So the way the electrical works on these is they're running a 15 amp to 3 of them. So 15 amps comes in, goes into here, powers up the power supply, and then daisy chains over to the next one, 3 over. So they do 3 at a time on a 15 amp. And then you can see here they put all the proper serial number, certification, everything at the top, which is great. Check the power supply and the specs of this, made by a company called Meanwell. Everything's in order. It has the shielding on the electrical there, and this was the concern for me and for electricians to know what the heck this was. And let's take a look at it. It had a plate on it here. We do 2B503 and TB503, and so it's rated for 600 volt 25 amp. So it's certainly up to what we need. So the panels are over at Panorama Rec Center. There's 32 of them in total, plus all of the cabling and those bolts and plates. So to summarize, the next steps are to get the electrical up on the wall. It's going to require 11 15 amp 120 volt runs, and then it's going to need some framing. So the framing here is easier than I expected because of the fact that they have, again, these plates with the bolt. It means that we can plate and then bolt 4 high by 8 wide, so 32 in total, quite easily, and then be able to have L brackets running around the perimeter. And then the idea is to stand off this this entire wall with enough space in the back that you could reasonably get up there and be able to pull out power supply and replace it if required. And the nice thing is these panels are also front accessible, so all of the panels here that you see, if any one of them needs to be repaired, you can actually, they're all magnetic. You can just pop them off, put in a new one, and you're back up and running literally in a minute or two. So I really like the design. I'm happy with what the Chinese provided, and the fact that all of the sundry supplies that we expected were there. The bolt holes were put in place. The fact that they have top pieces here to be able to fasten them up. It's just, everything is in order.